Hello, my name is Zlatan Ibrahimović. I am the son of a family who emigrated from Muslim Bosnia to Sweden. My father, Šefik Ibrahimović, used to play football in Bosnia. My mother is Catholic and of Croatian origin. I was born on October 3, 1981, in Malmö, Sweden, as the son of a Muslim father and a Christian mother. After immigrating to Sweden, my father worked as a driver, and my mother worked as a cleaner to earn money. My father had alcohol problems. My mother was a harsh person, and I remember her hurting me with wooden spoons when I was little. My parents divorced when I was only 2 years old. There was a lot of fighting within the family, and I grew up watching these fights. Did you know that many of our relatives died in the Bosnian War? I have 5 half-siblings from my father, 1 half-sister from my mother, and 5 more children from my mother, including myself. We were a very large family. I grew up in Rosengård, a poor neighborhood in Malmö with a high crime rate and a large immigrant population. My childhood was far from ideal. I grew up among immigrants struggling to survive on dangerous streets. Fighting and crime were commonplace in our neighborhood. I had to be tough to survive, and I was. I remember times when we couldn't eat, when we went to bed hungry. I should also mention having to take clothes without permission, and taking a bicycle without permission to get to training. When I was 9 years old, due to the home environment, social services in Sweden decided I had to live with my father. My father had alcohol problems. Being separated from my mother made things even harder. By the time I went to middle school, I was far behind my classmates, and I felt terrible. We had no money, no nice clothes to wear. But all of this fueled my determination. I promised myself, one day I will show everyone who I am. My personality is complex due to the difficult conditions I experienced in my childhood. You can see me as a strong fighter, because I learned on the streets that I had to fight to survive. However, I also have a wounded and sensitive soul. Perhaps if you had experienced what I did, you wouldn't have been able to stay on your feet. But the power of my ambition and anger kept me going. Despite everything, I was in love with football. I enjoyed chasing the ball in the streets. But I didn't have the money to buy shoes or a ball. So I had to play barefoot in the streets. This helped me develop my skills. I may have become one of the best footballers in the world, but it's important not to forget the great difficulties I faced, the hard work I put in, and the immense resilience I showed to reach the top. I took taekwondo lessons, and I know that this was very helpful in improving my footwork. I was a child playing football in the streets at the age of 6, and at 8, I started playing in the Malmö B youth team. From the age of 14, I was a regular player in the Malmö youth team. I also remember a time when I thought I wouldn't be successful in football and planned to work at the port. But my coach convinced me, and I continued on my path. My bedroom walls were covered with posters of Brazilian footballer Ronaldo. I would practice his moves by watching videos of him. I motivated myself by using my anger. I grew up in poor and harsh conditions, but this also turned me into a fighter. In 2001, when I played for Ajax, I had my last name printed on my jersey. My aim was to send a message to the children in my neighborhood. I did it, you can do it too. Kids, I am Zlatan Ibrahimović, who came from a poor neighborhood and managed to become a great football star. I succeeded, and I am sure that if you combine your talent with determination and hard work, you too can achieve your goals.